Would you guys believe me if I told you he's actually our smaller one? Taroku's about 24 feet. Yushan's got 3 feet on him, so Yushan's about 27 feet in length. This is kind of small for a whale shark. Average is about 40 feet, and the largest whale shark ever recorded was 60 feet. So the entire length of this acrylic is the largest whale shark ever recorded, which is kind of crazy. They can get very, very big. A cool thing that I learned yesterday is that megalodons were kind of the same size. So megalodons were prehistoric sharks. They were the same size as a whale shark, so if you're kind of a dino person, that's kind of an interesting fact to see.
Right there.
Why do you have it nose? It's half shark. It's a shark.
The spikes on his head.
What?
The guy with all the shark with all the spikes on it is a bone mouth guitar fish. I think my name is better. Take a picture of them that close. And then they're swimming inside. They're trying to blow out anything. They're going to blow out anything. Or let it die. They say. Yeah, because
For all of us joining us in Ocean Voyager, welcome. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to stop by the podium. We would love to answer them. We get to talk about animals all day to people. We would love to talk to you as well. You are currently looking at Georgia Crim's largest gathering, one of the largest in the world, home to our real sharks in our meandering. Taroko just came by from left her from the very, very top. And we do have this nun coming from, she just changed direction from left to right, which is pretty cool. Our largest whale shark is in the very middle of the acrylic right now. This is Yushan. He is about 27 feet in length. Both of our whale sharks were rescued from Taiwan. It used to be illegal to hunt and fish whale sharks there. I believe it's not anymore, but they were rescued from the fish trade. Now they're kind of average-ish. They're kind of, Yushan's about 27 feet average, whale sharks 40 feet. So they're actually kind of a little bit small. Certainly have a possibility of growing bigger, which is a really big habitat, so they have lots and lots of space if they do. So you can also see this Nandi in the up kind of corner, just passed by our reef manta ray. She was the first manta ray to ever be rescued to an institution. She got caught in a shark net and then outgrew her rescue habitat in South Africa and is now hanging out here. In addition to those guys, we also have a green sea turtle here. Maybe they might come around. There's lots of places in here that our anglers can be if they don't want to be close to the acrylic. And then we do have lots of species of sharks, rays, and fish. Now, you might notice that one of our fish is kind of swimming on the side. And you might be concerned, which is a very compassionate, valid concern. That's a giant trevally. They do not live as long as humans, and that one is pretty old, and he's just completing his life cycle right now. We are very much aware of it, and we have a great animal care team to make sure that that process is as comfortable as possible for our animals. Now, some of you guys might be wondering why fish like to follow our whale sharks. Okay, I'm pausing because this is very cool. I'm not sure what they're doing. Let's see.
Uh-oh. Whale shark.
So Taruka's in the front and Yushan is in the back. It looks like they are just doing their laps together, which is very, very cute. Both of them are males, and I do know that because there are they have claspers. Claspers are sort of cylinder-looking things on the bottom of a shark's body, in the last 1/3. The shark that is swimming from right to left has claspers right now. Hopefully you can see a little bit. It's a little bit confusing, but hopefully you'll be able to see that when our two boys come back around. Now, whale sharks are so cool for lots of reasons. There's not much known about them, so all the research that's happening here in Voyager is super duper important because so little is known about them. One of the coolest things about whale sharks is what they eat. So they eat very, very tiny things. Does anyone want to try and take a guess how big their throat is? A whale shark's throat? If you were thinking quarter, you are correct. Whale sharks are super big. Their throats are actually the size of a quarter. They are what's called filter feeders, which means they eat very, very tiny things. So, if you ever end up in a whale shark's mouth, do not fret. It cannot swallow you. Just spit it right back out. This does come with a caveat that they cannot filter out plastic because there are lots of little plastic things in our ocean, unfortunately. So it's really important to follow those recycle, maybe for you. Some people are